The Open Mic Podcast is for an adult audience. The Open Mic Podcast may contain material that may be unsuitable for sensitive ears. Listener discretion is advised. It's the Open Mic Podcast.
And of course, what they missed is don't try this at home. Good evening, everyone, to the geeks and nerds out there, and even if you're not geeks and nerds, this is in the 559 area, wherever you're listening to us. Good. If you don't know who we are, I am CeeJay Leonzo.
I'm Patrick Hicks.
I am Josh Martinez.
I am Nicholas Ryan Coos.
I'm Salem Fury.
And we are NerdEntertainment. We're actually here in the 559 area. We wanted to go ahead and end up saying thank you to the Dirty Dowdy podcast, Chris Dowdy, for giving us the opportunity for us to end up doing this, man. So thanks a lot.
Oh, gracious, very much so.
And this is on the radio without rules, and of course we don't have rules ourselves, so we can go ahead and we can say hell and shit like that. So let's just go ahead and let's get this started.
What are we gonna be like, a little Tourette syndrome here? Like shit, fuck, damn, fuck yeah. Get it out of your system right now.
I quoted Johnny Cash.
All right.
So, if you guys don't actually know who we are, we actually have our own podcast on Spreaker, and you can go ahead and you can download that app from iTunes or anywhere on your Android phone. You can go ahead and download Spreaker. Go ahead and follow Nerd Entertainment. You'll see a circle face. You see the logo, and you can go ahead and just click that follow button. You can go ahead and listen to us, give you a good nerdgasm.
All right.
All real, huh?
So we wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about us, going around in a circle, cause the love is like a circle.
Like a shocker.
It's like a circle. So of course, how Nerd Entertainment got started, it actually ended up starting with taking it back to 2012 when I was not doing anything, and then me and my friend Alex Carrillo ended up getting it all started, and it was actually a show on Nerd Entertainment 12 on YouTube, and it's still on to this day. And he ended up moving, and he ended up getting his own family, and he moved to Arizona, and he ended up leaving, and I was with nothing for a couple years or so, and then afterwards I decided to do a podcast, listening to Bob and Tom, and also listening to Kevin Smith from the Smodcast.
Kevin who?
Kevin Patrick Smith.
Yeah, what he said.
And it's funny that you mentioned Arizona, because the girl that I'm seeing right now is actually going to be taking a trip to Arizona in a few weeks, and
to get away from you.
Probably. I wouldn't blame her.
That's really relevant.
I wouldn't blame her. Yeah, but she says she might be staying at a guy friend's house, and I'm not too thrilled about that. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Better watch out for that.
That's sad, man.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah, and she's even full on admitted, because at first she thought I was going to be mad about it, so she full on admits that she's going to lie to me just to protect my feelings. I'm like, no, don't do that. You do that. And we were sitting at Famous Dave's eating, and I'm like, you do that, you can just get up.
Wasn't so famous after that, was it?
Hey, as long as she has a pussy troll in there, she's fine.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? You're not even going to get your food. That's how it's going to be. You can just get up and walk yourself home from River Park right now. I don't play that game. The Fury don't play that game.
But afterwards, I ended up doing the podcast. I started off with doing a couple of interviews around here, and then afterwards, it really wasn't going exactly the same direction the way I wanted it to go.
What, in Fresno?
Yeah, here in Fresno, sir. Yeah.
Shocking.
And then afterwards, actually, I talked to Josh about, trying to get him into it, because I was working with him at the time.
And I was like,
over
woo!
the summer. Yeah, and you're...
This guy? Who the fuck are you? I've got better things to do.
Don't we all?
But we were working together, and afterwards, every time during our lunch break and smoke breaks, I don't know how many smoke breaks it took for you.
Wait, you actually called those breaks?
Smoke breaks.
If I had a dime for all the time that you stole from me on those breaks. No, I'm just kidding.
How many dicks you had to suck for that?
I just want to smoke, man. Just one more level of Candy Crush. I don't care.
No, you were freaking playing a fucking dumbass game. What game was that you were playing constantly?
Just continue. We're done here. Continue.
Anyways, but I wanted to go ahead and get it started, but then afterwards I was still waiting for him to get the okay on it, and it didn't happen, and it went into a wrong direction. And then afterwards I gave up for it for a while, and I finally ended up getting Salem Fury back on it right when I started getting back on the ball when we went to go see Puddle of Mud and Stone Shiver.
That was a kick-ass show.
It was a real kick-ass show, man.
Oh man, I just
ran into my ex, including her brother. No, dude, you get the fuck out.
Seriously, like you should leave, man. You should leave up, bitch. You leave.
He left.
He did too. Shoot, and I also ran into my friend's ex-wife who had been cheating on him the whole time they were married too. So that was an awkward night, but a kick-ass. But night it was a kick-ass
night at the end.
Sounds like if Fresno had a Days of Our Lives, it's in this room right now.
Fuck. All right. But then after that, I decided to go ahead and give Josh another call, and he ended up.
Is that how you remember it?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. You'll get to your side of the story.
Will I now? All right, continue.
And he got the okay, and we decided to go ahead and do it at your place for the first time, and it really was a good session in the beginning, but then it was...
I have a very, very forgiving girlfriend. I will tell you right now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for her patience, I would not be sitting here right now.
Man.
She was pretty awesome.
I was laughing so hard when she came out there, and it was like...
She had every right.
It was like
we were way too loud.
It was like a mother scolding her child. It was hilarious.
And sometimes I need that. And fuck you very much I know where you're going with that. She is awesome.
But yeah,
I bet she is.
But yeah, it's actually it's going really well, and I'm actually glad to have these guys, in this thing. I'm in this thing with me.
It's good stuff. It's a good learning process. I'm never used to being so raw and just unscripted that this is going to be a very good experience.
Oh, for God's sakes, tell the truth. You were fucking desperate.
My, what a lovely tea party is. But I also brought my brothers along with me, and I'm glad that I have them as well, because we ended up doing a few podcasts together. I did a few with Nick when I was doing a few podcasts, and then I brought Patrick in here with me when we went to the bar and we did an interview with Chema Serrano.
Oh yeah, the designer. Spider-Man lover.
Yeah.
Man, that fool loved Spider-Man way too much. But he was a cool guy, though.
He was a real cool guy. Real awesome designer. Go ahead and check him out. Shout out to Chema.
How are we going to check him out?
Just go ahead and find him on his Facebook page.
Or
Facebook page.
Is there a Google for that?
Yeah.
Facebook.
All right, that's all we need to know.
You got a speech impediment or something?
Today, Junior. Right. But I don't think PJ has much stories about the podcast, right?
Not really.
Probably saw the bullshit you had to put him through whenever you came home, like yipping and yawing about all the crap that you just did.
As long as there was beer on the table, and then he could not say
one pitcher of beer for 2 hours.
Surprisingly, I know a lot of friends that I can bribe like that.
Well, what about you, Josh? What is your side of the Nerd Entertainment Behind the Mic story?
Yeah, Josh, speak.
Oh, we're just going to go ahead and skip up your brother? He had nothing
I don't know.
to say.
What about...
Wow, you're such a loving, kind, and supporting brother.
He goes, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'll skip your story. Hey, how you doing, Josh?
No, go ahead. I'm not going to let him take the limelight away from you. Why don't you just go ahead and give us a little background bio on you. Ahead, Who are you? What are you doing here? And why the hell are you drinking my beer?
Yeah, go ahead and Josh. Just try to get whatever you're trying to get out of that microphone.
For information, it's Oliver Beer, our sponsors, I guess.
Who's Oliver?
Oliver.
Let me get Oliver.
Well, I'm Patrick. Carlos's brother, Nick's brother, and these two nice gentlemen's friend, I guess, or acquaintance, we can say. We did the podcast a couple of times and met some cool people, and just enjoy what we had to learn from other people. Even like when I was going out of state to Michigan, me and my brother did a little video that we took.
The high. I'm like, it was the High Life Brothers.
Yeah,
that actually got somewhere to our mother later down the road. I'm like, yesterday.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 days ago. Yeah, my mom figured out. Oh my God, he's smoking at Disneyland.
You smoking weed at Disneyland? My response literally was, "I love you, Mom."
No, I walk out of my room and Mom says, "You're smoking at Disneyland out of a toilet paper roll." I was all like, "That's about right."
You were smoking at Disneyland?
Oh, it was out of the. It was over at the. Was it the hotel?
No, we did it the second time. We did it in the Disneyland parking
lot.
Parking lot. Yeah.
I just need clarification. I need clarification because it sounds like some weird pot I've never heard of. And with you millennials, there's never any telling. Like the smoke to Disneyland, like. That actually kind of sounds like a ride I want to get on.
We did ride Alice in Wonderland.
Kids come out with their eyes red as a devil's dick.
Right, yeah.
Mom, I'm hungry.
That's how it really started. It's just, we did that. Then I went off to Michigan, and me and my brother started smoking before I went on the bus, and I was fucking red-eyed like a motherfucker, and just went on from there.
And no one noticed that you got high?
No, hell no.
Yeah. Really?
Even when we went to Disneyland, nobody knew we were stoned. We went on the teacups.
If I was high, I would want everyone to know that I was high.
Oh man.
Well, if you're on a bus, I don't think they allowed you if you're intoxicated.
What kind of bus?
Probably not.
Well,
if you can't get on a bus intoxicated, then you're doing it wrong.
But you're not the one driving.
That's why you don't get caught.
You're not
you said you went to Michigan. Please tell me you went and visited the 313.
Actually, in Detroit, yes, actually, I have. I was actually in 8 Mile.
What do you know about it, gangsta?
What you know about this?
Absolutely nothing, and I like to keep it that way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, when I went up,
stay off the streets, boy.
Yeah, I went to Detroit, and I went down to the 8 Mile Street right down there, and the first thing I seen was a white guy, and I was all like, "Really?"
As he was doing a selfie.
Oh God.
Well, excuse me, sir. Can I take a picture of you? Are you Eminem? I almost got socked, but
it was worth it, though, right?
Yeah, it was worth every moment.
I can see why you passed over your brother. He's almost longer-winded than you are.
Honestly, it's to the point like I still can't believe that we're in this thing, and I'm lost for words. I'm really happy about it.
All right, well, then you can shut up, and I'll go ahead and take over.
How about you still keep sucking on that microphone?
In other news, Josh.
I'm an asshole, just so you know. First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and make that disclaimer that you will not like half the shit that comes out of my mouth.
But we love it.
Well, that makes two of us.
All right, so who am I? I'm probably the least...
Josh the Boss.
I hate that name.
Oh,
I am the least Fresnonian in this room. I am like the least Californian in this room because I grew up in Dallas-Fort Worth and spent...
Sucking cock. Nim, nim, nim.
We talked about this. We were not going to bring that up.
Country boy in a room full of city slickers.
Yeah. Well,
remember, I'm from Clovis.
There are more rap.
There's
more rap stations in Texas than there are country stations. Let's go to clear that up. And if you really want a good down home Southern Texas accent, go to Arkansas because they sound a lot more like what they say on
My grandma's
TV.
from Arkansas.
Yeah, and honestly, she never did have that accent. She never did have that accent.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you. Anyway. I am an aspiring actor and writer-director. I went to school for film and also found the love to be in front of the camera. Never really took off. Life is a lot distracting, and back in 2013 and the beginning of 2014, I actually networked to the point where I actually thought that maybe it was a career, and it worked out for a little bit, and I was on some TV shows, some movies. I was doing some things that I will not talk about at the moment because it's not important. Don't want to take away from this whole segment.
Just tell them about your porn moments.
Money shot.
Anyway.
Should have seen the work he was doing on that microphone. He had two earlier.
Anyway, you can find me on Facebook /actor.jmartinez. I know I have an Instagram and Twitter twat account out there, but I don't really use it at the moment and couldn't tell you what that is.
Well, maybe. Well, just keep it, and then later on you'll probably change your mind.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But you can find me on there. You can follow me. I also have an actor page that you can follow me on. You can see some of my work, or you can follow me on YouTube under the same call name. Fresno's different. California's different. The market's different. And my pretty much what I bring to the table here with Nerd Entertainment is film and television. And then I have a little side note. I am an armchair astrophysicist, and I'm an armchair quantum mechanics enthusiast, and I'm all about science. Like, science gets me so hard right now, it's not even funny. Neil deGrasse Tyson, that's my man.
He's
crush.
getting a nerdgasm as we speak.
I feel like this is a fucking interview or something because he's looking directly at me.
I'm gonna,
the whole time
I'm gonna,
speaking
I'm,
like
I'm
I'm
Very
gonna,
science things about you.
I'm interviewing your face right
He's
now.
looking deep into your eyes like you're Larry King.
It's so asymmetrical that I just want to grab it.
Wouldn't be the first time I heard
Looking
that.
into your eyes,
I think
it's like
it's
the
the
first
hair.
time I saw the Beatles.
But that's kind of what I bring to the table, along with a little bit of insight and knowledge with what it takes to kind of focus and get some context and some continuity in the entertainment industry, whether it's in radio, television, film, or just looking so hot right now.
Ooh,
Oh, I really gotta stop popping up during all of y'all shenanigans.
But that's just a little bit about me. I'm sure if you decide that you think we're funny enough to follow, or you think we have something we can give you, which I guarantee you we have something,
Hopefully the HIV.
that you'll learn a lot more about all of us in the future. I do want to thank Chris Dowdy and the Dirty Dowdy podcast for hosting us tonight. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this opportunity.
Yeah.
And how tragic this might become, it's still an
that
awesome
right.
opportunity.
Yeah, it
so
is.
thank you very much. I also want to thank Riley's Brewing Company for this awesome
yeah.
Dropkick Molly's beer, which I think is a nice play on words. It's a nice beer. It really mixes well. Like, I love ska. I love the Dropkick Murphys. I love Flogging Molly. Like,
Yeah.
ask any of my Marine buddies back in the day. That kind of got me through some of my PT sessions. And to drink a beer that tastes like that sweat, it's awesome. Yeah, but seriously, it is a good beer, and I am looking forward to trying some of the
And
other
in
flavors.
case if you guys are not into, I'm like Irish, and if you want to go ahead and go Mexican, try the Sancha.
Are you racist?
I am not
You're
racist.
fucking
How
racist.
dare you,
Are you
sir?
fucking
Don't
kidding
Chris
me right
Rock
now?
us, man.
Why would you go? Why would you go there? Hey, we'll touch on that later.
Everybody has different tastes of beer because I know there's a lot of people who don't like ale.
I've got a taste for you. All right, let's move on.
Don't give me that look in your eye, dude.
Let's see if your other brother is they're out there. Well, I can't even.
Today, Junior.
I'm thinking George Clooney. All I can see is George Clooney when I say, where art thou? Yeah. Whatever. Oh, brother, where art thou?
It's a good movie.
And on that note, I am done.
Yep.
In other news,
Another news. What do you guys want to know? Anything, everything. What?
Who are you and what do you do?
Who am I? I'm
My name is
name,
Joe.
son.
My name is
My name
Joe
is-
start with
Dirt.
your name.
and I like 4-wheel drives. You know what I mean? My dad, he used to take me growing up. It was me and him. You know, that's all it was me and him.
Shout out to the
And
Kingsburg four-wheel drive club.
Exactly. You know, shout out to them. That's family right there, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's my dad and, you know, his brother. And it's kind of sad because, like, my aunt, like, she seems really interested in the club and trucks and stuff like that. She was always telling me about her brother that passed away. She would tell me, like, you know, I was so interested in going, but it just never happened. I don't know, man. I mean, it's cool, you know. I had a fun time going. I never understood. Well, my dad would wake me up in the morning and say, "Let's go," and I'd be so happy to go. And I never got the chance. I never had the chance to think about, like, where's my brother, you know? or brothers, sister even. Where are they? You know, and they were never there. So I don't know. I had a good time. I would like to go again. You know, they're having a snow run on Saturday, and I'm not even sure that we can go because my dad, he can't pay for the registration of the truck. I mean,
And honestly,
he works.
That Bronco is the soul of the family.
It's a badass truck, you know, and like, I don't know. My dad was telling a buddy, my neighbor, that he was gonna, you know, give it to me when I graduate high school. That was the plan. He was gonna give it to me when I graduate high school. Me, I didn't graduate high school. I used to like smoking weed and ditching class all the time, you know, and I thought that made me like a cool person. It was cool, you know. I thought I was pretty cool. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but yeah, I mean, that's me, you know.
Got to get all deep and emotional.
All sad. I'm all sad. No, it'd be cool, you know.
Now I know why you brought him
honestly,
along. No, I don't want to play it down. I'm not joking about it. I respect that. You definitely need that kind of layer.
Yeah.
But
I'm not.
God damn it.
God damn it. All right.
You
know
think
what
I should have
A
put
little
him
early.
last?
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even know if I should do my. I don't even know if I should do my
Thousand
Chris
cry
Rock
tears.
Oscar jokes now because I just feel like a horrible human being.
Not
Now-
even gonna lie. I was waiting for a Celine Dion track to start playing. Like seriously.
No,
like,
I
sad
thought
pet
we were gonna.
commercials,
No,
you know?
I thought we were gonna hear another version of a Joe Dirt story.
Well, me and my dad got on the Pokemon trucks, and we go all the places we want to.
I was always sad, you know. I didn't know where my brother was. I was like, why isn't he? How come he's not here with me? You know, and my dad. Like, what are you doing? What were you doing when I was at the runs?
At home
You were
eating.
you were never there. Like, what were you doing?
I was probably at Grandpa's house at the time.
I don't know. You told me that you used to go with Dad.
Oh, I used to go with Dad. Yeah,
When?
I did enjoy it.
One was pretending he had another brother. The other one was eating the pain away.
My family wasn't there.
No,
Take me to the fair.
I was not changing your underwear later down the. No.
All right, hey, maybe before we get too far on, should we go ahead and shoot out the hotline number in case people want to call in and
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and talk to us.
maybe give the Skype address and do all
And-
that fun stuff. So
Yep.
if people don't have an option to get on YouTube or if they really want to get involved, maybe we should go ahead and give that up.
Yeah, just go ahead and give a call. I think the number is 559-492-0450.
You have no pizzazz when you say that. If you want to call in to the Open Mic Podcast on Longbox.FM, you should go ahead and give it a call at area code 559-492-0450. That's how you do it.
That's hot.
We have to do more kind of the radio voice, though, bro.
And also, what? And also with Skype, you can just go ahead and look it up, Longbox.FM. It's not that hard to figure out. Obviously, it's all Longbox.FM.
If you can't spell, go back to school.
Well, if you're a drunk monkey, you could do it. So I have a lot of faith in those people out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not downgrading our listeners, but that is just my thing. If you're a drunk monkey, you can do it.
Spell it for the dyslexious people.
You can do it.
All right.
Yeah, that's not my forte. All right, I guess are we moving on now to
Salem Fury.
it feels like there should be an intro to this guy right now. Bump, 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 bump. Like there should be something. Like Salem Fury like demands like there needs to be some kind of intro. There needs to be something.
I think the name's intro enough, bro.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? I'm Salem Fury. All you need to really know about me is I'm an aspiring musician. I'm a vocalist looking for a band right now. And also
And
just
single
joined
and
Nerd
looking for a
Entertainment.
woman.
What you looking for? I'm a guitarist.
I'm actually looking for a bassist.
Do you play the
Oh, I
drums?
can do that.
Got a drummer, got a guitarist, looking for a bassist.
You're a
If I had a
singer.
bass, I'll play for you.
Yes, I do vocals. I am a vocalist. I'm a screamer and a clean singer. So
And he lives in a band down by the river, the San Joaquin River. Do not go to Woodward Park after 12 o'clock on a Saturday, the third Saturday of every month.
I dare you.
Can you tell me why? Because I never really heard. This is new to me.
Well, then
I am not gonna go in there just to go and experience it. Just fucking tell me.
He's your friend, man. You should know this shit.
Have you seen Silence of the Lamb? Goodbye, horses.
Of course, I requested that damn song.
Oh, man.
What's that intoxicating scent I smell, CeeJay?
It takes the lotion from the bucket. It puts the lotion on its skin.
No.
It does this whenever
It
it's
puts
cold,
the lotion
or else
on.
it gets the hose again.
I think there's a lot more about this Salem Fury guy that's sitting across a room from me
And ladies, he's single.
that he just doesn't really want to get.
Technically, I am single, but
And he has a
What happened
cock.
to your girlfriend going to Arizona?
He has a cock.
She had pillow pants and Mr. Fiend.
I am seeing somebody.
You're single, but you're not single. Got it.
If her
Dude.
last name is Hoshkins,
Dude,
I know
seriously?
you're lying.
No, like you're seeing somebody?
Yeah.
You're really seeing somebody.
Yes.
Right.
Not ghost, right?
Right.
Just seeing
I'm
people.
seeing somebody.
How many
but-
times a day do you shower?
Excuse you?
I just want to know how many times a day you look in the mirror and you're sitting there and saying you see somebody. That doesn't count.
Do you see dead people?
Yes. 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 And me and Bruce Willis have this discussion every night.
Every night. Every night.
Every fucking night. But no, seriously, yeah. Just musician, vocalist, looking for a band that needs a vocalist, or if you play bass, hit me up.
I played the bass.
I'm on Facebook, Salem Fury, Facebook.com. I also have a YouTube. Don't really use it too much right now. I got 2 videos on there.
That's what she
feel
said.
free to check them out. I also got some old videos on
That's
YouTube
how long it took,
from
right?
an old band that I had when I was in high school. It was called Channel Dark. You can check that out.
Oh wait, are you goth? Like totally? Are you goth?
Bro, he's metal,
Because
man.
that's like so cool.
I got you, bro. He's metal. He's straight up metal.
No, I can guarantee you he's not.
No, honestly, I could say he.
Has anybody ever died on this show? Because
Right now?
it's going to be a first tonight. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Dude, you know I love you, bro. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, bro.
If I didn't like you, I wouldn't even look at you. There are other seats in here.
Yeah, there's 2 empty ones next to me.
Ooh. Anyways, where are we going now? Next?
But yeah, Facebook.com/Salem Fury, and you can check out
Yeah.
me
and
on
if-
YouTube or check out my old videos. YouTube.com/Channel Dark. Check them out. You see some of my vocal work if you're interested. If not, whatever. Fuck you. I don't care.
And
so
he's
many,
single.
If you don't, you're a communist. Seriously, this
And
guy
yes,
is pretty
I'm
cool.
technically single. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
and he has a big cock, from what I've been told.
Indeed, I do. But this is not an X-rated show, so I won't make any demonstrations.
Please go to.
those,
Please go to PornTube.
you would know.
Actually, it's Pornhub and X videos.
Well, there's a PornTube too. So
oh shit. There you go. Hold on.
So and the other thing is, they got a question saying like what we do. So on our podcast, well, we actually interview local artists. Don't matter what the art is, even if it's like like from doing music to, I would say from doing music to boxing or any art, anything at all. From selling beard products and whatever.
Being a nerd is being a nerd. It's a very broad subject, especially when you think about podcasts. Usually you get that niche podcast that just focuses in on one certain thing, whether it's comic books, whether it's like female anime comic books. Like that's not what Nerd Entertainment's about. It's very nerdy. It encompasses, and it's very risky because we cover anything from music to science, to entertainment television, to just about anything you could nerd out at. Like them playing tic-tac-toe over here. I mean, that's,
Say what comes after
that's
74?
kinda nerdy.
So it was 75.
76.
That's the spirit.
But we're here to bring you quality entertainment, maybe hopefully inspire you, maybe even sometimes educate you. But more or less, it's just us here doing what we do.
Yeah, doing what we do. We just go ahead and we babble on.
Yeah, not a whole lot of babbling.
Well, not
on.
a lot of
a little babbling
on.
on.
Yeah.
At about the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
But usually you don't see that.
I think we already hit that numerous times.
Yeah.
And we got in trouble, but it was all good. But it was good. And everybody, and I'm like, okay, since you're really good at this, I'm like, but basically what we represent, I'm like, I think you're ready I think you already went over what we represent.
I am not trying to be the spokesperson here because this is your baby.
Because what?
I signed on.
Of course,
it's
my baby, but honestly, I'd love to end up passing the baby. I'm like passing the baby.
I signed on to be a part of this. I did not sign on to take over, and I don't want to do that. But if I got to be the milk carton poster child, then I guess that's what I'm going to be. But no, that's really. I would like to think that's what we do. Is we want to take it to the next level. A lot of podcasts out there just really focus in on like one specific thing. We're not going to tell you how to invest your IRAs. We're not going to tell you what job you should take. We're not going to sit there and tell you to break up with your girlfriend. We're here to just kind of be a little relaxed and open and very fucking vulgar at times. Mm-hmm. And vulgar, yeah.
Vulgar. I like how that sounds.
Vulgar.
But we're just here to do what we do. Give a little bit of knowledge of what we have and to be that like friend when you don't have that friend to sit there and talk and listen about the shit that's going on. I don't know. Maybe they have a different agenda, but I know that we all bring something to this Nerd Entertainment that is going to make it something to listen to.
Yep, definitely.
Hey, Josh.
We're new.
Popsicles. You need to come on down to my son. So I got a whole freezer full of popsicles.
Right.
It's your name on it.
And maybe a few impressions along the way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that actually about wraps it about who we are, what we do, what we represent. I'm like, we're coming straight out of Fresno.
Straight out of Fresno.
Coming straight out of Fresno.
Because that's something to brag about.
That is something.
Hey, Fresno's the shit.
Like how they say, like, oh, Fresno's, no, like how he says Fresno sucks or whatever. But according to like what Chris
I never said it sucked. I didn't say it didn't suck.
Because according to like how Chris
basically
Loping and
he
Travis
said
Cliff,
it sucked. Basically, that's what he said.
Dude, I grew up in metropolitan city suburbs that have more people in like a 5-block radius than this whole town has. I'm sorry. It doesn't suck.
It's just not something to brag about.
Hey, I will tell you that Fresno does have an awesome hospital. Valley Children's Hospital is one of the best hospitals in the Central Valley. That is where my girlfriend works, and that place is fucking phenomenal. If it wasn't for that hospital, you guys probably wouldn't be here.
Certainly, you haven't been to Clovis Hospital.
and then they have a lot of history here.
Oh, she's a nice lady.
I haven't met her, but probably in the near future we can.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end up taking a little break here, but don't go away. We'll be right back and give you more nerdgasms.
Woo woo!
Yeah, let's do it.
You are listening to the Open Mic Podcast on Longbox.FM.
This is new, local, and late breaking. Wait, what? New music is on Longbox.FM.
We're back and we're actually live coming to you guys in the 559 area. We are Nerd Entertainment. Thank you for staying tuned in with us, and thank you for actually listening to us.
I'm so Vixen right now.
So Vixen,
Vixen.
I got the Sancha.
This Riley's Brewing Company is actually some good beer, and I'm not really one to like new beers, especially local beer, that I have no idea what I'm drinking. There could be like liquid heroin in this.
Nick,
And
what do
if
you got?
so-
What do you got drinking over
There is a
there?
drink called liquid heroin, and it's pretty damn delicious.
What do you got?
Ryler's Brewing India Pale Ale.
How's the pale ale?
Pale Ale is pretty damn good.
Well, I got the Dropkick Molly, and that is perfectly
That
awesome.
is, I would
me
make,
try it.
I would
Let me
make
try
love to the empty bottle.
Oh yeah,
I would make
Try
love to
some,
that
try
empty
some.
bottle.
We have
What's this?
Sancha.
One, I love the play on the name because those are two of my favorites
It's all right.
Which is pretty good.
bands, but like Dropkick Molly's really hit the button on
Yeah,
that
it's,
one.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it
really
is
smooth. It has
very
a really,
delicious.
Yes.
It's not
Like,
hard. Like
I want to
Guinness.
touch myself on the inside just so I can feel that again. The way that it went down my throat was
Yeah.
just.
Oh yeah.
I'm really getting hard
Godsend.
from this beer. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's no bullshit.
I met Sancha at Swigs, and it really sucked. That
You got
place. I had
what?
to go.
Where?
I met my Sancha.
You should probably get that checked out.
Swigs.
Yeah, big time.
Oh man, maybe.
Scratch a sniff.
All right, so
She
moving
gave
on.
she gave me termites.
So,
So yeah, we're gonna go. We're actually gonna talk about the interviews that we just recently did. Actually, me and Salem did this one, and
I was there in spirit.
yeah, you were there in spirit. We did an interview with Stone Shiver
And Puddle of Mud.
and Puddle of Mud. We went to the Bullfrogs bar, and that place was bumping.
Yeah.
That place was really bumping. And shout out to Paco from Stone Shiver. Paco Tuesday. So if you got, here's the thing for Nerd Entertainment. If you guys ever go get tacos on Taco Tuesday, go ahead and hashtag it Paco, Paco Tuesday. And then just go ahead and take a picture of your tacos and go ahead and add Stone Shiver.
When you
there.
do that, you will get texted back the 6 winning lottery numbers for that preceding lottery.
Tacos sound pretty bomb right now. I ain't gonna lie.
If you don't,
I agree.
Beer and tacos are the best.
But yeah, with the story that came along when we did interview with Stone Shiver and Puddle of Mud, the show was great.
Phenomenal.
It was
wait,
phenomenal.
how many cocks did you have to suck to actually interview Puddle of Mud?
How many sex?
Because
I
they're
would
not
say-
like your D band. They're not even your F band. They're not even your B band. Puddle of Mud. People know who those guys are.
Yeah,
that's
basically, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
up there, you know.
So how did that
Drifting
happen? Like,
guy.
How
did you
many
have to like
dicks
finger
have
the
you
balls?
Let's say, that I had to actually, call numerous times to the Dowdy podcast in order for me to get those tickets. So, and I tried I tried calling
Wait.
and calling, and yeah, that's.
So you're being cryptic right now. You had to fondle
He's
the
lying.
Dowdy balls.
I had
is a
to
liar.
cradle a little bit of balls in order for me to go ahead and get those fucking tickets.
All I can say is I am glad I was just the cameraman.
because he went home later that night. ...
No.
Did you feel ashamed
But
after
yeah,
videotaping?
But yeah,
all
they,
that?
the Dowdy
So
podcast did an interview with Stone Shiver about their upcoming about their upcoming show that they're going to be doing Puddle Mud this weekend. And I ended up calling, and then afterwards I was the last caller. I think I was the only one that called, Chris, or was there? Oh, so I was the third person. So yeah,
way to give him props.
I was
I was like the
thank you,
third
but
person.
I would say thank you.
No, like I was trying like 3 times.
I was
you were
trying.
the third person.
I was trying.
Out of the thousands and thousands of calls that were flooding, I was the third person.
I was the third person.
I don't get what you gotta
But
tell me.
I'm like, but yeah, he finally said, I'm like, I guess, I don't know who it was that said it, and they said, you know what, just give them the tickets. So they ended up saying, hey, will you go ahead and we'll give you the tickets, and got all my information and got him, I think, a day later or so, and invited Salem.
Blink 2 times if you are a victim of a stalker right now, Chris. Please, just blink 2 times.
Through the window.
All right, continue.
Anyways, so I invited Salem to go ahead and go with me to do this, and nobody else wanted to do it. So
They did.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
not remember Matthew E. Personelli that wanted to go really bad?
Oh yeah.
He was on your stuff, dude. He really wanted to go.
Like those bladder commercials, go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
That's
how bad he wanted
was
to
on
go.
the go. He really wanted to go,
He
but
didn't suck that much good dick.
but
Just
it came-
messing with you, Matt. But yeah, he really wanted to
but
go.
I was just like to the point. I said, you know what? I haven't hung out with Salem for a while, and I did a podcast with him numerous times when we were doing Nightmare Theater. So I wanted to go ahead and get him into
Nightmare Theater.
Yeah.
Don't lie, boy. You're just trying to get another not fest
think I'm
VIP ticket out of me this year.
I am not trying to get it. How dare you,
Because
sir?
I told you I went last year.
Hey, we're gonna take this shit to LA soon. So, but we
That's a
went and we saw
nightmare.
the show. Right when we got in, it really did. It sucked. We had no cash on us, and it was cash to get into the parking.
So we had to turn around, get back on the ramp,
On the other
go
side.
to the gas station, get cash, come back. But we lucked out because
We were
I guess it was good karma for me not getting insanely pissed off like I usually do and chewing out the person that told us we had to turn around and get cash, because we ended up getting a parking spot right in the front.
I'm really
of the
holding
bar.
myself back right
Yeah.
now.
You know?
I'm really holding myself
and honestly,
back right
the ticket
now.
woman was hot, dude. She
Josh
was
is gonna
hot.
explode.
She was hot.
That's another reason why I
All
kept my
over your
mouth
face.
shut.
I'm just saying. Side of the,
But we ended
just
up,
saying?
but we got a
Like,
parking.
you're just saying, you're
we got a
super
park
saying?
right in front of the main entrance, and we stayed in line for quite a while. Did a podcast, and we hit it. We were doing a live podcast. We were hitting it off with talking about Straight Outta Compton.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
talking about Puddle Mud, and
do we have any clips that we can go to on
I wish we did, sir, but I guess the audience who are listening to us right now or watching us has to end up going to Spreaker and go ahead and follow
shameless
Nerd Entertainment.
advertising?
Or go to Nerd Entertainment 12 on YouTube and go ahead and listen to it.
That's too much work, dude.
Oh, come
Seriously.
on. Come on.
I actually have to click a button.
Now you sound like my old NCO at the Army Guard where I work. Too much work. When he didn't want to do something.
Army
Too much
Guard
work.
or
Army Guard.
what they call that? ROTC?
National Guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in
Same,
the
same
guard?
difference.
I don't know. Weren't
Right,
you?
right.
Wait, weren't you?
I'm,
With
I'm-
that hair,
You
man.
were in the service, weren't you?
It makes
I
no-
was.
it makes
I was
no
in the
difference
Marine
to me.
Corps actually, and I'm just giving you shit. I'm just joshing you right now.
jarhead.
Oh, I'm gonna jar your head in a minute.
Come at me, boy. There's 2 open seats over here. Don't be scared.
You keep saying that.
Don't be
Oh, I'm not
scared.
scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be pussy.
Continue. Let's not get on top. Let's not get off topic too much.
Okay, but
Yes, Josh.
You go into
let's
the
not.
Puddle Mud thing, Magic Bobber. Yeah, ahead.
we were somewhere around Kingsburg, on the edge of the thing, when the drugs began to take over.
No, but seriously. Though.
But seriously, but we got in there. We started getting a few beers. We talked to Stone Shiver for quite a while.
that bartender was hot, by the
That
way.
bartender was hot.
Yeah. How many legs did he have?
Oh.
A third leg.
We so we got that.
shots fired.
So we got that, and then like afterwards, out of nowhere, we we already know the story, but I don't want to get more into details. But I'm gonna say, at top of it all, when Stone Shiver got on stage, they rocked it.
They did.
They did all. They
the gas
honestly,
bomb?
Stone Shiver never failed on any show.
They did.
I've been
I
following them since I was a sophomore in high
I
school.
wasn't really sure what to expect when you said, yeah, my friend's band's playing. They're opening up for Puddle of Mud. I'm like, oh, cool, local band. Let's see what the damage is.
You got
And-
a nerdgasm on that, huh?
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah.
And-
Shiver-
No wonder why
Yeah.
you had that girl in front of you. Am I just trying to hide it?
Doing.
For the drummer.
Hey, that girl in front. All I gotta say is dada.
And honestly, hey, you want to hear the fun? You want to hear the good thing though? When we were gonna go get, I think it was our second round or third round of beer, and then afterwards he ended up bought a girl a drink and saying, "Oh, it's on me. Don't worry about it." And he couldn't find her.
I could.
You were chasing Amy.
Check your trunk.
You know what? I up and forgot.
And just a comment, since I had to wait a little bit, might lose a little luster. The whole that ass. Isn't that the same sound that the drummer makes? That ass. So are you really talking about that ass? Or are you talking about the drummer?
But he couldn't find her through that whole entire time. He could not find her. He was like, "Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find that chick." No sign of her, dude. No sign of her whatsoever.
20 years later, they make a Netflix documentary.
Have you ever noticed, CJ, that the
catching-
people who tell you to calm down are the ones that pissed you off in the first place?
You wish.
Don't get your period right now, dude.
If you do,
Take a Midol with
if you
that
do,
beer.
no. If you do, I got a
Take a
cranberry
Midol.
juice over here. I can give you.
Oh my god, that is just so
No, that's a reference to The Departed. I'm going to give you a cranberry juice.
So yeah,
juice.
he ended up getting a nerdgasm from Stone Shiver's music, and they rocked that joint. Then right after that, Puddle of Mud came on, and we were just, I don't know how long we were waiting. We were waiting for a really long hour. There were fights going behind us, and people were getting in the mosh pit. Like
freaking just remember that chick that just knocked
that girl just knocked a guy out on with the glass. I'm like with the glass.
Is there a
right
build up?
face.
Is there a build up to that story though? Like, did she like grab a drink and?
Well, she had a drink in her hand, and you know how people were pushing because Puddle of Mud was already going to be on.
I don't know what was going on. We're just standing there.
And I turned around. That girl just bashed somebody in the face with a glass.
We just hear when you see all these people around like in a circle, just as one particular area. Back doors.
Sounds like a bad episode of Destination Truth. Like where they always like pan the camera over. They're like, "Oh, there's Bigfoot." And commercial break. And then you come back, and then somebody just like slid down a fucking corner of a fucking hill because there was really nothing going on.
I don't know what this guy said to her, but this bitch wasn't having it. She just said, "Bam!" Just took him
bashed him, took him out with the glass.
It must have been way better than the music, right?
A little bit entertaining while we were waiting, and it's
she
just
had
like
to have been probably only like 5
years old.
5'3", I don't know.
Yeah.
Like 5 foot something, right? Just small chick, but it took 2 security guards to get this bitch out of there.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into
she a
like
Mexican girl.
Big ass dudes too. Big ass security guards.
Oh yeah, man. Those guys were
5'4". Size does matter. I will tell you one thing right now. If I can go ahead and cut you off real quick. When I got out of boot camp, when I came back for my holiday back in 1998, 99.
He came home to an empty house because his first girlfriend.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
Whiskey lullabies.
No.
like the burning of the midnight.
something that most of you guys probably don't even know about. You probably didn't see it on the big screen, but Austin Powers, when they did the whole mini-me thing, that guy Verne Troyer, I forget what his name is, but that midget is an Dallas native.
Dude, they don't like to be
not
called
midget. Yeah.
Okay.
Dwarf.
No, little people.
This show. I'm not being racist. I'm not being whatever. I don't care.
You're over the line. That's a foul.
This little American. This little
we
American.
can deal with that. We can deal with that one.
I am not a crook. This little American was at the same bar that I came and hung out with my brother when I came back home on leave. And this was before the Austin Powers. I want to say it was Goldmember when they introduced the mini-me.
No, Mini-Me was on Austin Powers.
Two, wasn't it? It was two.
No, it wasn't The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Because the first one is
It was
International Man of Mystery.
Yeah.
Oh, the Man of
Spy
Mystery.
Who Shagged Me is when they go into space.
Either way,
I know that they're going to come up with another one.
Either way, the movie hadn't came out yet. The guy's name is either Verne Troyer or whatever.
Verne. We're going to call him Verne.
Long story short, I went out with my brother to a nightclub in Arlington, Texas. Motherfucker was there. Didn't know it at the time. And I was on the dance floor. My brother was trying to push me out because I just got out of a really bad relationship with my ex-wife and was trying to push me out there to be more open. And believe it or not, I'm a pretty shy guy. I'm not really, I like, you would have to slap me in the face with a dick for me to realize that, like, you like me. Which is really kind of counterintuitive because I like girls. But
so you say.
I'm dancing. So I'm dancing on the floor with this girl, and things are going good. We're doing whatever, and she calls me over, and we go hang out. We do this and that at the bar, whatever else. She looks like she might be a stripper. Probably was. And lo and behold,
her name was
this
Candy,
mother,
wasn't it?
No. I know you want that to happen, but that wasn't it. I can't tell you what her name is because I don't remember. I've drinking much beer and slept since then.
Let's just call her Felicia.
Okay, well, Felicia was at the bar with a lot of other weird individuals. One in particular was Mr. Mini-Me sitting on the bar, legs dangling off, not even touching the bar stools, and the motherfucker was pissed. The motherfucker was pissed because she was showing me attention. This is before the movie came out. This is before anybody knew who he was. And we were sitting there. We were doing whatever. We were having a conversation. And then she looked away. She started talking to them. Next thing I know, he was like, she doesn't want you here. And this and that, blah, blah, and whatever. And tried to start a fight with me. and
Little
it got
fucker.
about this close, and I thought all my moral aptitude went out the window. I'm like, he's such a baby. He's like a baby. I wouldn't throw my own baby on the ground. Why would I throw this guy on the ground? I don't care that he's like probably 5 years older than me.
You should have just told him, hey, don't you have an appointment with the Lollipop Guild?
Yeah, right. There was a lot of things that ran through my head, but
I'm sorry I didn't get your name.
Being the man that I was, coming out of the Marine Corps, out of boot camp, being who I was, I didn't even think anything of it. And it took like 3 months later before I actually figured out who he was. But this guy, and the lasting impression he gave me was that girl, that stripper, that escort, whatever he paid to actually think that he had a big penis.
Hooker.
To hang out with him that night. When they walked out of that bar, that shady little bar that we were at, he gave me that same little fuck you that is iconic in his movie. And it was, if it wasn't for that, and it wasn't for my brother telling me, hey, remember that time that like I would not have known, but I guarantee goddamn fucking to you, I almost kicked that little motherfucker's ass.
What is his actual name, Chris? What is his full name?
No, he wouldn't have been
Verne Troyer.
Verne Troyer. So I was there. Yeah, he was a bastard.
Man, dude, you were gonna take that. I'm like, take that, dude. You could have kicked him back to Munchkin Land.
But in the dark,
come on, dude. If they could do on Project X, if they could put a little guy inside the oven,
right
of course
now,
you could go ahead and you could do it.
He looks like
have you seen Bubble Boy though? Remember he goes all crazy over Bubble Boy.
His head looks like what an alien egg would look like right before that face hugger bursts out and like sucks your life dry.
Is that what he looked like when he gave you that little finger?
Did you do this? Wait a minute. Did you do this?
It was dark.
Remember when he, little boy can't take it? And then remember when he left, he did the flip off? You, did you give him that face?
I flipped him back off. I didn't know anything. I didn't know who he was until it was way too late. If I would have known, that motherfucker would have been up and down and all around that fucking dance floor before I was done with him. But I'm sure he's a nice guy. I mean, come on, he's challenged.
He was Mr. Steal Your Girl.
He's vertically challenged. He's vertically challenged, and he's done pretty good for himself. And who am I to take that stripper away from him?
Mick, what you would have done?
Take the stripper away from the little man?
Mr. Steal Your Girl. No, it's Midget Steal Your Girl.
I don't know, man. I would have took his girl. He's a little midget.
No, like on the
I will tell you though, when they walked out, when he did that, she was carrying him like he was a fucking baby. Like, I shit you not, like this, and he was looking at me, grinning, doing his little fucking, and I shit you not, it wasn't until my brother told me, hey, that I was like, motherfucker.
Hey, if they ever did a live Roger Rabbit movie, I think he would have played Baby Herman.
Yes.
Aren't they doing that though?
Too.
I think
that's a good idea.
Don't you agree? Don't you agree? He would. I'm like him holding a cigar with the
Hollywood right now.
I think they are doing a live version of Roger Rabbit.
If
though.
they
I
do,
really
that would
do
be
think
awesome,
they are.
dude.
Didn't what's his face just die too like a year ago?
Oh, Valiant. I'm like the guy who
Eddie
ended up playing
Valiant,
Valiant.
yeah.
No, wait. Who?
Eddie Valiant. I'm like he was the one.
The detective played. No, he died a long time ago.
No,
Not
about
last
2
year.
years ago. About 2 years ago.
No, longer than that, buddy.
Really? Wow.
Google it.
I'll just Google it right now, right here.
Anyways,
Take me a second. I'll figure it out right now. Watch this.
But yeah, it was. I'm like, but that's.
I want you to continue on your little.
That's a very.
On your little guest plugs and your diehards and your, because I needed to put that in there because I would forget if I did not say something about that.
Well, honestly, Josh, I actually, I'm like, that was a good, very interesting story. I felt like I was there.
Yeah. You know what? That's what you're going to say later on tonight before you go home. I want to make sure you get home safe. I want to make sure you get home safe. And
get home safe.
Bob Hutchins died 2014.
I'm like Joe Dirt. I live in the.
Josh, answer your question. He died 2014. Bob Hopkins.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He died what year?
2014, 2 years ago.
Oh,
wow.
So I was right. So I was right.
In millennial years, that was like 20 years ago.
Who's the bitch now, Josh?
We're not in Matrix time, okay?
All right. So Interviews.
Yeah, so
Diehards.
with the interview we did. I'm like, we did. But we did get an interview with Puddle of Mud.
Yes, we did.
We did get an interview with Puddle of Mud and Stone Shiver, and I would say the funniest thing that we ever did. We ended up parking right in front of the bar, and we ended up parking. Tell the story, Salem.
Yes.
Tell them what happened.
You know, show's over. We were helping Stone Shaver get all their equipment into their van and all this and that, right? And we're getting ready to leave. So walk over to my car, pull my keys out. I'm unlocking it, and I look up, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, dude, CeeJay, fucking look up. We both look up, and lo and behold, parked next to us is Puddle of fucking Mud.
I just popped up my head
Put
like
your shit away.
Tim Allen.
Did they have the light beaming from the sky and just angel music in the background?
No, this isn't X-Files.
That was the gold mine of all interviews. That was the gold mine.
There you go.
I dedicate that song right there to my son,
Dude,
Carlos Zeke Villarreal. I love you, son. I'm like, man.
Person with 3 names.
Hey, no, he has.
Carlos.
Hey,
Zeke,
I could not fight his
Zeke.
mom for that.
That's-
You know what, though? Come on now.
No, he's a
you're
hyphen in his name.
You're okay. I was gonna say you're Hispanic. 3 names is a little underrated. Come on.
Lenny.
Hey, man.
Jose,
I couldn't fight his mom on that,
Steve.
dude. I wanted to name him Zeke. She wanted to name him Carlos.
Are you a pussy? Anyways, continue.
At least he has a name.
Let me know how you did not shit yourself. Let me know how you guys did not shit yourself whenever you interviewed Puddle of Mud. Like, seriously. Like, that's good stuff. Hey. Focus over here. Focus over here.
But, hey, I was kind of getting into that. But we,
gonna do
but
it
it was
right
great.
there.
But it was great. We ended up getting tacos right after the show up in Sama. Go ahead and try those out. If you guys,
Sama or Selma?
Salma.
Madeira. Jalapeno on a stick.
And later down the road, we ended up doing an interview with Pete Salazar from Diehard's Music, but is now
And who is that?
Diehardz and Son.
Now, for all my buddies that are listening out of state, like, why should they care about somebody named Pete Salazar? Let alone, why should they care about me being stuck in this little town called Fresno? Give some props, give some love, and build this motherfucker up.
Well, basically, they are listening, so they should be,
Yeah, they're interested. If they want to come down, when they want to come down, and then if they want to go ahead and get the stuff that he's actually
they're supporting
selling.
you, man.
No,
That's what your friends
talk
are
about.
for.
Talk about Pete Salazar. Talk about who he is. Talk about
Pete Salazar. He
how
was
you
act-
ended up.
How'd you suck his dick? How to tell the whole story, man.
Well,
fuck up.
that's
Go
for
what?
that's for a different podcast. Huh? Yeah.
Porn tube.
I'm like, honestly, with your porn experience, I wouldn't. No.
Shut your dirty mouth and continue.
Way to fuck, Josh. But Pete Salazar, he is actually the founder and creator of Diehardz and Son, and wanted to end up. He has a product, and he was also a promoter and marketing and printing and silk screening services, framing retail, and he also sells collectibles like action figures and stuff, and private labeling and silence auctions and booking live music. But right now he's getting into his into some of the thing that he's doing, which is if you guys are beard growers, he has beard serum, beard balm, and it is actually good. The stuff that he has is great. You got the Dawn, right?
Is this endorsed? Is this endorsed serum or is this
It's actually
endowed
beard.
Serum?
It is actually
It's a
beard serum. I
difference.
have the products if you guys want to go ahead and smell it yourselves and try it out. So shout out to Pete Salazar. It was actually a great interview. We did an interview. You can actually find these products at
Hold on.
at
Let me smell
Cigars
these.
Limited at Fig Garden, and
This one smells like God's vagina.
it does, don't it?
So, is it? If I wasn't smart enough, I would put this in
You
my
should
pipe.
grow your beard again and put that on your face.
I would put this in my pipe and smoke it because it smells so good.
Yeah.
Does that one smell good? This one sounds all right.
No, it smells.
Put it on your pubes.
You would like that.
I should have brought the Dawn.
Maybe later.
It'll
maybe
be
later.
shiny.
Oh, this ain't vape
Same
juice? I thought it was vape
thing.
juice for a second there.
Maybe for the After Midnight podcast that we're going to do, I'll put that on my pubes, but not right now.
put on my slick hair, you know.
I like that. And I like the graphics he's using on. That's pretty awesome. I like that.
That's
Yeah, this one has a nice tiger, you know.
Although
it's like
the logo is awesome. He actually kept that. I'm glad he kept that logo. And shout out to Diehard's Son, Pete Salazar, and his son.
I only have one scientific dispute on this. Is that I think that a lion with that big of a earring right there, what do you call that nowadays? Like,
gauge?
Yeah, that big of a gauge, it would not be very beneficial for hunting and gathering, which actually the male lion doesn't hunt, but I would highly doubt that he would be very attractive to the female lionesses. So
throw some tats on him, and then there you go. He's a hottie.
No, he'd probably get killed. He'd be seen as like an antelope.
It's the hipsters nowadays.
And Pete
Anyways,
Salazar,
I like the logo.
Yeah, and Pete Salazar, if you want to go ahead and go to New Flavor, make one that actually has to deal with something with Nerd Entertainment.
Yeah.
Strawberry.
And put if you want, if you need a logo, put a manatee on the cover of it. Put a manatee.
We need a whale, man. That's a freaking manly shit right there.
Oh wow! Wait! This whole which one is this one? The beard what one is this
It's
one?
a beard serum.
But there's no flavor name to it?
Yeah, it's called the Barbershop.
It doesn't have a really strong smell.
Yeah, it's right there on
Barbershop
the side.
Smells great.
Right there on the side. Right there on the side. Look right there.
I would put that on a baby's butt.
Like I said, God's vagina.
It is good.
But I'm not allowed within like 500 feet from like any nursery or hospital, so...
And Chuck E. Cheese.
You shut your dirty little mouth. But that's good stuff. No, it really is good. And
it smells pretty good. Yeah.
No, it does. It does. Let's pass this around. Let's smell it
if
up.
I had a beard, I would totally put that on my beard.
But yeah, you can actually find all the different flavors. You can find them at Cigars Limited and Fig Garden Village.
Flavors?
There's different flavors.
Scents or flavors?
Well, flavors. For your beard. If you like...
Well, someone's going to bite your beard and you're like, that tastes like cinnamon.
Honestly, I would love that.
So it's scent, not flavors.
I'll bite you.
It's scents.
There we go.
I'll bite you for a price. It's called your dignity.
$50.
And you can find it at the New Look Salon on Ashland and Fowler, which is close to the house, Nate Peach, and BBO's boutique right there on Washon and Olive, right there at that was my fault. Tower District. I don't know. I think it's called Baby O's or Baby O's yeah.
Well, the way things are going right now, anything in the Tower District apparently might be called something different because they're doing some big, like, expansion and redistribution of, like, whatever. Because from what I know, from what I've watched, it's a revitalization.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Which is cool. You know, like, I don't want to knock Fresno. I love the location. I love how close...
You haven't been here long
we
enough.
are to Yosemite. I love how close we are to Kings Canyon and the Sequoia. I love that it's kind of in the middle of LA and SF.
But we're not close enough to the beach, so that's what's up.
At least you guys have a effing beach that's close, because like Texas, our beach is pretty much the empty toilet of Mexico. No offense.
Okay, Donald Trump.
I'm not from there, so
I'm no Trump. But if you've ever been to the Gulf of Mexico, it is fucking dirty as shit.
Never been.
It
to
is,
Texas.
and that's what Texans call a beach, is the Gulf of Mexico, and it's disgusting. And it's wrong of me to say that, and I'm saying that in jest. But it's dirty, because what do you have? You have Florida, which you have. What do you have coming out of Florida? And then what do you have coming out of Texas?
Cubans.
Yes.
What do you have coming out of Texas, and what do you have coming out of
Mexicans and Cubans?
It's all South Americans.
Learn about Cuba, having some food.
And it was. And
we also have Jamaicans coming.
My
from
first
Florida.
experience in the Gulf of Mexico was me reaching down, thinking I was picking up a coral, and it was a dead jellyfish.
Oh.
And and they were littered. They were littered on the beach. Like, you couldn't even get into the ocean. That's how much they were littered all over the place.
If you watch Finding Nemo, you would learn to touch the top of them, not the bottom.
If I would have paid attention in sex ed, I would have learned to touch the top of it. I
Okay.
have no idea. It just sounded right. I just went there.
You know, if you would be the bottom or the top, I understand.
But that's where we're at. Anyways.
But
What you have more interviews than just Die Hard though. Like what else you have going on?
Honestly, we had.
Let's talk about. I mean,
well,
we do lots of
Yeah,
stuff.
we have the event coming soon for Diehardz Son presents the Weekend Blender. That's going to be coming on March 4th through the 6th at Sierra Vista Mall, and it's going to be free, family friendly, an indoor mall show. Various vendors. I'm like to get your nerd and geek on. I'm like and.
Wait, I gotta show up for this.
Huh?
I have to show up.
Are you gonna be a veggie vaginistan all over again and not show up?
Will the Easter Bunny be there?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking because now that it's spring.
Well, if you think about it, if the Easter
Are you gonna pee on his lap again?
No. The Easter Bunny's gonna probably be there, so bring your kids, listen to the good music, and might as well just show up.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and get a picture of your kid crying and then. Yeah, with the
Who doesn't?
Let's just rock the fuck out and pee on a rabbit.
Yeah, you go ahead and get collectibles. There's going to be handmade items and gold crafts and services, and going to be doing an interview.
And restraining orders.
Yeah, there's going to be the South Valley 51st region is going to be there. The Batman who does the party for kids is going to be there. Hot girl, also known as Hot Girl, because that's what I thought P. Salazar was telling me. At first, I thought he was saying Hot Girl when he was talking to me over the phone, but it's Hot Girl.
That's
Let
what
me
I heard
guess.
the first time.
Oh, she's hot, dude.
Is she?
I swear, she's
Let me
hot.
guess. She's probably.
Look at that. Look at all
little-
the. Look at
250
right
pounds, about.
There. Oh man.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say that she's your color.
Excuse me?
How dare you, sir?
She kind of looks like you.
But we're also gonna have Nick.
She in your tone?
We're gonna have Nick Palma, not you, Nick. But we're gonna have Nick Palma
Just your
from
palm.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Not
2, who
masturbation.
did Michelangelo.
What?
Yeah. I met him.
Cowabunga, dude!
Yeah.
Wait. He did the voiceover for.
No, he didn't do the
Michelangelo on
voice. He did the choreography.
Oh, well, that's
But he
bullshit.
actually has the voice.
You
for
had
him,
all
though.
I was getting hard right now.
I know, me too, man.
I was getting so hard
I
right
want
now,
to-
and then you said choreography. I'm like, bleh.
Yeah, I was all like, I want to hear that voice, and you're like,
Hey,
choreography. I
dude,
was
you
like,
know
no.
how hard it was to end up putting that suit on and then having it on for for hours.
Well, you're like, if you work out every day and do it, it's pretty easy.
You know, I guarantee
but
goddamn
Nick-
to you, all the choreographers and all the voiceovers for the new Ninja Turtles movie, they have to be gay because you can't get a hard on looking at Megan Fox anymore.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
I met him.
I don't know what you're.
I'm sorry.
Look, I don't know what
I
you're
met
looking at.
Nick.
Megan Fox
I
is
met
hot.
Nick at the ZapCon at the
absolutely.
Salem Arena.
Thank you. I'll tap that.
I'm like, when we were actually passing flyers and when we were doing a vendor for Tremendous Nightmare Theater with Chris and Travis.
Oh,
And-
so it was a Nightmare Theater by you meeting him? Is that what you're saying?
Well, he was passing out.
Because it's kind of a Nightmare Theater. Me listening to you talk about like how all this went down right now.
What the fucking fuck?
He's over here.
Hush.
He's over here like, where was I?
I'm just saying.
But yeah, it was. I'm like, but I met him. He was honestly, he was really, really short. I didn't expect him to be that short. I didn't expect Michelangelo because he was always big up close in TV. I'm like, when we were watching.
He's
we
a
were
turtle,
kids.
so most of turtles are short.
Josh is itching so bad.
Nick,
right
did you ever love the Ninja Turtle movies when we were growing up? What was who was your favorite Ninja
Hold my
Turtle?
tongue.
The purple
Hold my
one.
tongue.
Oh, so that was Donnie.
Donatello.
Donnie was the shit, dude.
He was the mad scientist.
Circling
smart one.
energy
He was
right
the
now.
mad scientist.
He's having another nerdgasm.
Which one's Michelangelo?
You better hope that all the other girls out are actually having it while they're listening to us.
Girls are probably doing a lot more right now than listening to you.
What about you, Salem?
I
Who
might
was
as
your
well
favorite Ninja
clean
Turtle?
listening to this guy.
Who is your favorite turtle?
Turtle?
Turtle.
Turtle Club?
My favorite Ninja Turtle probably
Leonardo.
had to be
Leonardo.
Donatello because he had the biggest
Oh
stick.
my God.
I like Raphael. That fool has a temper.
He had
that
a-
fool straight up savage.
Hey,
You know.
Savage.
like me, he had the biggest stick.
Yeah, but he didn't know how to use it. That's why Leonardo was a leader, because he was a Leo, and he was blue, like my blue eyes.
And the voice was Corey Feldman.
What? Tell me, where are the other turtles going?
We got California,
Nowhere.
dude. Yeah.
Anyway, All right, we're getting off track here.
Oh yeah.
So back to the interviews, a puddle of mud. I think where we were.
Well, I was
That train left the station a long time ago. I think we're probably at shout-outs right about now, or maybe even a break.
We will actually have
a break might sound great right now.
I think a break
So
sounds fabulous.
well,
Break.
okay, fine. Coming up next is Patrick's Wait.
Thank you for
Woo!
tolerating this train.
Ain't
wreck.
that much, just to tell you.
You are listening to the Open Mic Podcast on Longbox.FM.
This segment of the show is brought to you by Riley's Brewing. Local made craft brews for any occasion. Try our Sancha, Cougar, or the all-new Riley's Hard Root Beer today.
Entertainment is back. Thank you for still tuning in and at Longbox.FM, radio without rules, right here with Nerd Crew, getting your nerdgasms on.
Whoop, whoop. With the Rowdy Dowdy. Whoop, whoop.
Yep. Chris Dowdy right here doing the effects and everything.
Talking about a little rowdy, a little dowdy. Sometimes it burns when I pee.
Yeah.
I have to be honest.
Only because
You got to get that checked out, bro.
Only because it's my
It's
pride.
normal.
It's my pride. It's my pride right there.
Pride and
It burns when I pee. I know.
Cotton Eye Joe for checking that out,
Drink
bro.
more water.
Really had to go there. Oh wow.
Water.
Wow.
Drink
I
more
have
water.
diabetes. It burns
Water
when I
is
pee.
water's for pussies.
So what do you drink?
Your mom.
My mom. I'm gonna tell you said that.
Hey, you got three brothers here, dude.
I'm like, look,
I'm gonna
man.
roundhouse your ass.
I'm gonna come home. She's like, what happened? I'm like, some guy told me that.
Yeah, right.
He drinks.
Well, you know what
wanted to
you
fuck with
should also
you.
tell her is a little shameless promotion that Riley's.
I'm gonna tell her.
Riley's Brewing
Water.
Company
Water
is on to
is
something.
what I'm gonna tell her.
Riley's Brewing Company is on to something. They make good beer.
I'm on
They
that
make
mixing.
good brew, and I don't know why it's not in the market everywhere.
Brew is brew.
It's good stuff. I don't even like IPAs, and over the break, I had an IPA, and I almost changed my sexuality because of it.
Goodbye,
He almost became fabulous for a couple of
horses.
seconds.
Fuck it.
So let's just
And
go
next,
ahead
Bruce
and let's
Jenner,
yeah
everyone.
let's go ahead and we're gonna get to shout out. So you guys whip out your phones and then see whoever wants a shout out. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go round.
Wait, I thought we did that.
It's a
Nobody
shout
wanted
out.
to
The
be
Nerd
attached.
Crew, so get your cocks out.
While you're in the restroom, we kind of have a conversation
Yeah, we
about
did.
shout outs before we go on to anything else.
You had to rub one out before you came on here.
Well, I'm pretty sure all my listeners logged off in the first 30 seconds, but
This piece of crap, let's change it.
So we want to go ahead and then start right here. Starting with the shout outs for Tremendum Pictures with Chris Loafing and Travis Clough and everybody, and I mean everybody on the scares from Nightmare Theater. Everybody, and I do mean everybody. Right, Salem?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do shout out to Brock Heasley. He's actually coming up with his upcoming short film called The Shift, and you'll see moi in it as a boss tycoon. So we're and go ahead and give a shout out to Stephen Blankis and to Pete Zalazar from Diehardz Son, and including Beatrice and Mona Marie and a few others, which I would say Jesse Wilkin, from the lead singer from Stone Shiver.
Woo!
Yeah, shout out Jesse. Priscilla, of course, our makeup artist and also a hairstylist. She's awesome. Our aunt Vicky Willis.
Vicky.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jesse Willis and James Coots.
Oh, the cousins.
And Mana Marie. Of course, everybody knows Mana Marie.
Do I?
Who's that? Who is that?
It's like telling the Jews, you guys know Jesus? Who?
Fuck.
Now, I actually want to give a shout out to Glenn Benhart. I don't know if he's listening, but I know there's obviously some people of the Nightmare Theater listening, so they can tell him that we gave him a shout out. But he actually, you talked about, you mentioned short films.
Yeah.
That Brock just, is working on a short film. Well, Glenn just finished his own short film called Residual Haunting. It actually...
Part 2, right?
Yeah, it actually stars one of our Nightmare Theater co-workers, Krista Howerton. She's actually one of the main characters, as well as Chris Cook.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went to the premiere of that, and it was pretty good. It's available on YouTube if any of you are interested in watching it. Just search Residual Haunting, youtube.com. It's pretty good short film. I highly recommend you check it out.
And also go ahead and check out Tiny Tina TV on Facebook, and go ahead and end up looking at their short film that they put on for The Germ. If you guys don't know The Germ, go ahead and go look that up. They ended up doing a short film which is called My Roommate is a Vampire. Can never get enough of that
Good,
little short
good
film.
Little,
Yeah. I'm like, shout out to Nicole and Tina, Tiny Tina TV.
Great. I want to give a shout out.
And go ahead and give your shout outs.
I'm going to give a shout out to Brandy Clark, who is my girlfriend, and for her, with her production of Putting Up with Josh Martinez.
Oh, Brandy.
And all the work and hard the dedication and the soul she put into allowing me
together
to do what I do
for eternity.
I have to give a shout out first and foremost to that wonderful, lovely lady, Brandy Clark. And then on top of that, I have like a million other motherfuckers. First and foremost, Ronnie Hummel, who works for AMS Pictures, who also works with my good friend Michelle Lorley Harvey, who actually helped me get on to Investigation Discovery to do what I have done, and believed in me, and Robin DeVoe, who was one who saw something in me because we had general interest that kind of just put me in the right direction when it came to acting. And there's nothing I can say, nothing I can do to give the amount of awesomeness to them that, like, if it wasn't for that, then and here comes the music.
And Kevin Spencer and Sage Brennan.
Yeah, and then Leonard Siller, my lifelong friend, who has the Blackmagic camera that we
Anthony Yanez and Tony Martins.
A bunch of douchebags here.
And Josh's vagina.
Yeah. And
today's
Josh's
show we
vagina. And then I have my good friends Billy McElroy and Julie Ross, Robert Blaylock, Stephen Blaylock, who have been there as friends and are just inspirations. They make me who I am and make me the asshole that I am. And actually make the movies that we're going to make possible, because these guys don't even fucking know. Wow.
Are those all your shout
From the look over here, he's not halfway
really.
done.
Not really. I just keep looking around the room when I want to.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Then there's that. What the fuck? All right, let's go on. Who else do we have in here? All right, this fucking guy. All right, let's go.
All right, Nick, you got any shout-outs?
I have no shout-outs.
No shout-outs?
None at all.
Oh, shocking!
Out of all
fucking
Shout out to
shocking!
Raven. For sure,
Raven.
shout out to Raven. She's the homegirl. She chills, you know. She likes
Courtney.
to smoke weed.
Shout out
She
to
likes to do
Courtney.
all that shit. Shout out to Courtney
wait.
and whoever else,
Licking
whoever
the
else has my back. You know,
Yeah.
if they don't, fuck them.
Licking
That's
the
all I
tit.
gotta say.
Licking the tit. Licking the tit.
Tip of the nipple. What about you,
They
Peach?
can lick my tit.
Left
Shout
tit.
out to Kiana Tucker. You know, one beautiful girl.
Keanu Reeves, one beautiful fucking Matrix.
But this
Hey,
is a
don't
girl.
go Matrix because we actually see Matrix posters in the hallway, so I think that's probably Chris's
You
favorite
had your
thing.
time. Shut the fuck up. All right? This is your brother's time.
Hey, I'm not doing
This is your brother's time.
Yeah, he has something to say.
Shout out to all
Say
the other
something.
friends who are out there probably listening.
Who?
Yeah,
I really have
Nate.
I have a really
Nathan or
Copfer.
Copfer.
I have a
Dustin
short list of
Reynolds.
friends. So
Cock what?
Copfer.
Copfer. Like
Copper.
copper.
Dude, did you fucking watch Sesame
Copper.
Street? Cop is coffer. Coffer. One of these things
Copper.
just doesn't
Back in the
belong
day-
here.
Back in the day, we used to call him Coffer because every time he took a hit of a bowl, he used to cough. So we call him Nathan Coffer. So
You know, it's no surprise to me now why there's such a big gang problem in Fresno. You just don't understand each other. You just don't fucking understand.
The guys.
Crazy, man. They got the Fresno
lucky,
Bulldogs, man.
lucky I'm from Clovis.
It has
Motherfuckers
nothing,
crazy,
it has
dude.
nothing to do with love. There's no race relations. You guys just don't fucking understand each other.
All we have to worry about in Clovis is Clovis white boys and
We're not talking about Clovis.
You're not even
We're talking,
full white.
We're not
You're
even
half
full-
Mexican.
Hey, motherfucker.
Is this the Oscars on the podcast? What the hell?
No.
Enough.
We're talking about Fresno, not Clovis. I don't live in Clovis. I live in Woodward Lake.
oh, I'm
There's
sorry.
a difference.
Where the hell is that?
Right
That's
there
okay.
with all
Next to
them
the
uppity-
Starbucks
Next to the Starbucks, get your coffee every
and the
morning.
sushi
When do you
joint.
get there?
And
Caramel macchiato.
Hey, those motherfucking things are bomb. My mom drinks those. Those motherfucking things are bomb, dude. She'll leave her coffee out, and she's done with it. I'll
Take a swig.
It, drink it. Exactly.
Take a swig.
That shit is bomb.
Man, mom's
Caramel
coffee is
macchiato. That shit
strong
is bomb.
Well, all right. Let's just move on to the next
Let's just
subject.
go ahead and move on. We're gonna go ahead and move on to Oscar.
oh my God.
Riddick.
Well, just
God
before
forbid
we
you
move
put-
on
It
to
just
that-
got real, dude.
Just
Wait,
before we
hold
move on to that.
Hold
subject.
on there.
All right.
Pretty boy wants to say something.
Oh, your shout outs?
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
All right. Well, just before we move on, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to Sherry DeGraw, John and Amber Vitia, Jordan Wilcox, and Jessica Perez, the 4 people out of my group of friends who actually took an interest in this fucking so-called podcast that you have us all here doing.
Weak.
Well, that's the shortest interview on the red
Wait.
carpet. Back to you.
Weak. I don't give a shit. I'm pretty sure most of my invitees left 3 hours ago before we even started this podcast.
I'm
But it
not
doesn't
saying
matter.
they're listening. The fact that they
All
take an
right.
interest in it is
So let's go
appreciated.
ahead and let's get on to the Oscars. So,
I really don't want to get onto the Oscars because I really don't want to get into this whole...
come on, man. Nobody's going to end up getting their asses kicked while we talk about
No,
this.
I don't want to be
Just do it!
I don't want to be race
Shia
baited.
LaBeouf did not get an Oscar. I don't think
I
he ever
will.
has.
I
He
will
wasn't
go ahead.
elected.
Oh, fuck that guy. I am not going to be race baited. At the same time, I will tell you, I am the whitest Mexican you'll ever meet, and I love
Is
that.
this John Williams?
I love
John Williams'
yes,
music
it
of
is.
E.T.
E.T. My life in a basket.
So, honestly,
All right. Okay.
Leonardo
No,
DiCaprio.
No. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. This is my expertise.
I
But the
got it.
guy who watched the Oscars yesterday, or was it today?
Oh, wow. Really? You should probably go home.
I should, huh?
Oh, for fuck's sake, just let the diva work.
Okay, go.
Wow. Shut your mouth. All right. So, the Oscars. The motherfucking Oscars. I'm white. I'm whiter than white. But I grew up in a very mixed household. My last name is Martinez. I am a Martinez.
Having a bunch of ethnic prostitutes in your household does
Dude,
not
motherfucker,
count.
shut the fuck up, because I can make a meaner mole than you can, so shut up.
We'll have to test this theory.
You want that.
I'll see where you're coming from, bro.
I tried. I boycotted the Oscars. And coming out of film and television, coming out of working in film and television. Like, that is what my whole life is built upon every year, is watching the Oscars. I couldn't make it into the second segment. There was so much race baiting going on that it was unfucking believable. I love Chris Rock. I love his humor. I thought he was funny. Couldn't do it. Couldn't fucking do it. Couldn't fucking do it.
I like the way you're holding the mic the whole time you're talking. You must.
Oh, I'm holding it because I
might as well just cuff the balls, bro. Cuff the balls.
I'm like, I would say let's go ahead and we'll start with who got the best picture.
Look. What I want to say is the fact that I boycotted the Oscars because the films that should have been nominated, the films that should have got what they got, didn't get what they get. And the fact that the one movie last year I walked out of was Mad Max.
Really?
And they took it home. Now, granted, most of their, if not all of their, Academy Award wins were all about special effects and what's post when it comes to filming outside of costume design. Makes sense. But like, if you had to sum up the Oscars this year in a nutshell, it was Mad Max, and that was a horrible fucking movie.
I made
horrible
it honestly
fucking movie.
You said that it was good.
I disagree. Mad Max was nonstop action. And it was a great well,
I never seen the movie.
The movie was a great
I
movie.
saw it ever.
The question for me is, why did not Star Wars ever get any
They
Oscar?
came into the season way too late.
Yes.
You got to realize what the boundary is to be considered for the Oscars, for any award ceremony whatsoever. And it changes whether or not, depending on when your movie's made, when it's released, where it's released, and how it's released. So it can go back as far as 2014, even sometimes into 2013 for the Oscars we just saw. But normally it's January 1st to December 31st of the previous year. There just wasn't enough. Doesn't mean that Star Wars, and I flabbergasted.
So the person who won the best picture was actually Spotlight. And for the actor in the leading role who actually finally got out of the friend zone is Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant.
He screwed the bear.
That was a badass movie.
He screwed the bear.
Yeah,
you
the bear screwed him.
Watching the movie, you might think the bear screwed him, which he did very good, very well.
Yeah, he got him pretty good.
He slipped the finger
But
in.
who came out on
But there
top?
was no original programming there. There was no like, he didn't like sit in a bear cave for like 3 months to like get into his role.
The bear was
straight
actually
on.
there. The bear was there in the awards. And the actress in a leading role was Brie Larson in Room.
Good. I like Brie Larson because I know who she is. I have not seen Room. It is still on my on my list of Netflix films
Room's
to watch.
I don't think Rooms is on Netflix.
You shut your mouth.
Honestly, I was quite disappointed in the actor in the supporting role. I think Tom Hardy did real good on The Revenant, but Mark,
I think Tom Hardy did a good fucking job on The fucking Dark fucking Knight.
it's all good reason to shoot a man.
Tom Hardy is phenomenal, and I can't wait to see his television film on FX. FX right now is being awesome with what they're doing. They had Fargo, they had whatever, but they're doing another one called Taboo that is actually like kind of headed up by Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy is a badass. Like, if there was any award that should gone towards Revenant, because it was way past my bedtime 30 minutes into this fucking movie. It should have been either to the bear, to the location they filmed in, or to fucking Tom Hardy. He was a badass fucking... They should have a category for villains. They should have a category for the antagonist, which is what a villain is. That really should be a category. If they want to sit there and talk about how like we need to have like categories towards black actors and blah blah blah, well then we should just go ahead and narrow it down to all the other things that make up film. And I get where Chris Rock was going, and we're kind of going off kilter here.
And
with
I would say my favorite one was for the animated feature film who got an Oscar was Inside Out.
Fuck yeah. That movie
Inside Out was
awesome.
the best.
I will tell you, without getting into specifics, that film right there hit home. And it was awesome.
Kidney stones over there? What are you doing?
He's playing his own game. But Inside Out was awesome. It was.
Well, I agree with you. Inside Out was a great movie.
It was great.
Yes.
And if you don't know, 3 films in the Academy Awards were nominated that had 3 people named Joy. Inside Out, Joy, and I forget what the other movie is because I haven't seen it.
You must have been really concentrated into this.
Wait a minute, you're saying
Joy.
Well,
there's sadness, there's
I'm
anger.
just trying to give you a little bit of information that you might not know, that there was 3 Joys in the Academy Awards.
Yes.
There was Inside Out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There was the movie Joy.
Yeah.
And without looking like a dumbass, which I do already, there was another movie
With Joy.
but that wasn't on my list. That wasn't in my notes.
I think I know who you're talking about, though.
Doesn't make a difference because that's not where we're going.
Anyways,
but I'm still really disappointed, like how Star Wars actually does deserve a chance to to end up winning because
yeah, dude.
This time it was not George Lucas. It was J.J. Abrams.
Okay, well they're gonna get it because you got to realize the amount of superhero movies. You got to realize the amount of sci-fi fantasy movies coming out this year alone. Like, the next year's Oscars is going to be so oversaturated. And I guarantee you, if Deadpool doesn't win, like the visual effects category.
Visual effects wasn't a lot in Deadpool.
Hey, simmer down. Simmer down.
Hey, don't start.
I haven't even got into where I'm going here. Like, despite the whole fact that I don't want to get into the whole race relations of the way the Oscars went. Like, I did not watch the Oscars. I boycotted the Oscars, not to boycott it because there wasn't black actors, because I'm not racist, but like there was nothing about the Academy Awards that I wanted to watch.
And
so I boycotted it but luckily enough, The Big Short, Inside Out, and a few other movies did get some recognition and some awards, but I just didn't feel like I needed to do that because I don't want to add to the segregation. Because if we're gonna get past that, if every time you have some stupid bullshit like this, which I'm not gonna deny the fact that that's going on, every time you add to it, it makes it worse. Why make that divide greater? Why not just like, I mean, Tyler Perry is awesome. He's doing what he's doing. He is an awesome actor and filmmaker and director and screenwriter, but he's not going to write and cast a white or even an Asian male, for all intents and being, actor for the lead role. He's not going to do it. And to me, that actually is a step backwards. And I love the humor. I love Chris Rock. But I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm really not going to go there.
Let's go ahead, because we got actually a few more minutes before we end up going into the break.
Well, what I really wanted to go into was the fact that there's so many superhero movies coming out this year that it's going to be so oversaturated. I would be very surprised to see that Best Actor, Best Screenplay, Best whatever doesn't go to the majority of what's coming out, because you got to realize you've got Deadpool dead to rights. I guarantee you at least the film editing and the special effects will garner. I don't think, unfortunately, Ryan Reynolds is going to win Best Actor, but that's your start. That's your starting point. Then you have Captain America. Excuse me. Wow. that just
A
happened.
little too much drinking, right?
No. You have Captain America: Civil War. Now you have a lot of things going on here because you have Captain America: Civil War, and then you also have like, well, if you're a nerd, you know. But with Captain America: Civil War, that's when things get complicated, and they're trying to put in the reboot of Spider-Man with Tom Holland.
The reboot of a reboot.
A reboot of a reboot, actually of a reboot.
Yes.
And if you think about it, another British actor
Dun, dun,
coming
dun.
in to do what they do, and I can't say I can't blame them for doing that because
Well,
British actors have better training.
Yes.
They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, look at Andrew Lincoln. Look at what they're doing with The Walking Dead. Like, they know what they're doing. They take it more to heart. They don't seem like
the British
anything is entitled to them because they have to work for what they work for, and they do a good job. But anyways, besides that, then you have that. Then you have the vomit that is Batman versus Superman.
Oh, come on. Who would actually
Dawn of
win,
Justice.
guys? Who would win? Batman versus Superman.
Batman.
Who would win?
Batman, because I'm Batman.
Batman does because
I'm
he built-
Batman.
What about you, Nick?
Batman has simply
I'm gonna go
get
with
the kryptonite.
Superman.
There you go.
I like
That's
Superman.
spirit.
No, I want
love
Batman to win because Batman gets his hands on kryptonite.
The
He
one
has
thing-
the money to get his hands on kryptonite.
Well, take all that aside and take all of, if you have any knowledge of the whole Batman versus Superman, look at the movie.
Batman does not have
Look at the
kryptonite.
movie. Look at the movie. Look what they're doing. They're turning what's his name into Doomsday, and Wonder Woman is the one person that's
hey,
considered.
Wonder Woman. Have you seen Wonder Woman?
Like-
Wonder Woman is looking bomb. I don't know what anyone says.
All right, I think we're about ready to go.
And
to
4
a break.
minutes. Just go ahead and keep rolling. Keep
Okay.
rolling. Who would actually win, Salem? Batman versus Superman.
It's gonna be Batman.
Batman v Superman.
Come on, dude. It's definitely Superman.
Why do you say that?
I'm Batman.
Why Batman?
Oh, come on, Chris. Your point of view. Who would actually win? Batman versus Superman.
Tell me, who do you think is gonna win? Is it gonna be Batman or is it gonna be Superman?
The God.
The God. And who's that?
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
I don't think
We
so.
got actually an audience. Oh my! Can you tell us
All right.
who would actually win? Batman versus Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
There's another one.
You don't
Yeah.
know. You know nothing.
Superman wins. Sorry, Sinida, but
Well,
Superman
Hey,
wins.
hey, me and you, man. Me and Sam are on the same team over here.
But
Okay.
what you're looking at,
So
though, I mean,
that-
You see his power, but you don't see what is.
Would you rather have Wonder Woman pop out,
Okay,
or
you
would
know-
you rather
what-
have
no,
Robin fucking
Hey,
stand up?
the
I got you, Batman.
Wonder Woman stops everything and say, "Look, you're on the same team. You're gonna fight for the same group, so why as well just be together?"
okay, Wonder
Yeah,
Woman,
well,
and that's
and
when
this-
Justice League starts.
Wonder Woman was just,
Back in the day, Wonder
Throw it in
Woman was a
there.
bunch of boobs. In this day and age, she's not because you have like a
She's kind of flat chested.
Dude, Wonder Woman is hot. They
You have-
should have got
Marshall
Jessica Biel.
Mathers. No one's talking to you. Tone it down.
Oh,
what?
but you look at everything
No, she
about
was released
all the DC
to-
and go ahead.
She was just, I don't know. I think she was thrown in there way too early.
Yeah, but
You know,
then
I mean,
again,
although I feel like it's an
But there's
insinuation
still-
to possibly.
This isn't even
Justice
the biggest
League.
movie of
but
the
there's
year.
still a storyline against it.
This
so.
is not even the biggest movie of the year. This is the biggest mistake movie of the year because then you have
Possibly so.
X-Men Apocalypse, cough, 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 and then Suicide Squad, which I think will be
It's gonna
all
be
I see
good.
is-
Finally,
Well,
a
all I see
villain.
is coming from you is negativity of all every movie that's
Hey, you
coming
shut
out.
your mouth.
so.
All I'm saying is Batman v Superman. You're looking at knowledge versus strength, and what good is having a shit ton of strength if you're dumb? You know, you're too stupid to know how to use it.
Josh, the joke's on you.
Well,
So that's all
think-
I got to say to all you Superman supporters.
Thank
is
you.
What good is
Thank
all that
you.
strength?
I'll
if
get
you're
pounded for that, brother.
you know,
Get
if you're too
pounded.
ignorant and stupid to know how to use all that strength.
Hey, pounded, bro.
I will say Suicide Squad will probably be the second most anticipated and the second most grossing superhero movie of the year. Deadpool being number one.
Not
Suicide
superhero
Squad.
villains.
Suicide Squad being number two, and then
Okay, we gotta go ahead and we gotta wrap it up.
oh my god!
So hold
I'm
your
not
horses.
even close.
We'll be right back. So coming up next.
I'm not even hard yet.
Is Josh gay?
Gotta run straight to the chat.
Dun dun dun.
I hate you, guys.
We hate you too, Josh.
We love you too.
listening to the Open Mic Podcast on Longbox.FM.
The local Longbox sounds of the Central Valley are on Longbox.FM.
We're back. We are actually back, and thank you for tuning in with us with the Nerd Crew of Nerd Entertainment on Spreaker. Thank you so much. Longbox.FM and the Dirty Dowdy Podcast. Thank you so much, Chris, for actually having us out here this evening. It's actually been a great.
Thank you.
And I also want to thank you so much for, if you guys hear us like slurring our words a little bit, we would actually like to thank Riley's Brewing Company for actually giving us these slurs. We were going to do a game, but we're too much slurring. We can't do voices.
I like to thank my inhibition for not having an off button.
You've been holding that mic like it's been a dick all night.
It is dick.
Big black dick from your face.
So we would like to thank Riley's Brewery, and we would also like to end up thanking Dickens. Dickens actually came out with a brand new cider, and I wanted you guys to go ahead and end up listening to it if you guys would like to. So here it is, Dickens' brand new cider that's coming out.
Hi guys, it's Gerald Porschman here. You know, in 1861, the Dickens Beverage Company has been producing some of the best wines we have grown to love, including Chardonnays and sparkling wines. Hey, Frederick Von Dickens has now introduced a brand new cider that's been around for years, but is gradually making an impact on the global market. And it started right here on the Gold Coast. Dickens is slowly winning the taste buds of millions of cider drinkers from right around the world. And after sampling just one glass, I was hooked. I knew the ciders have been around for a while, but I just couldn't wait for my girlfriend to try a Dickens cider. When she arrived home from work, I told her to close her eyes, and before she knew it, I surprised her with a Dickens cider. I'm sure that there are many men out there who know of a woman that may be suffering from a debilitating migraine that could really benefit from a Dickens cider. So I'm urging all men to turn to their women folk and ask, when was the last time they had a Dickens cider?
I can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
Right.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders. My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without the Dickens cider. My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mom loves the Dickens cider.
I bet she does.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with the Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick Von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.
Made in America by Japanese in Taiwan. Like, really, where was that going?
I really don't know, but it's just like when it came to brewing, and it's just like I wanted to go ahead and try the Dickens cider.
Did you even have the rights to like play that like 3 minute long?
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Wow.
Well, I prefer the Dickens cider any time of the day.
I probably think that.
I don't think we could try that now because we have ladies present. So sorry about that.
Well,
5 guys actually in here.
As CeeJay's kid, I'm pretty sure you would try any dick.
Oh, yeah. You've been trying that microphone, so I wouldn't be talking.
Money shot.
Not gonna happen. So I wanted to go ahead and thank everybody for actually listening to us tonight. And it's thank you so much for the support. And we are actually gonna go ahead and push Nerd Entertainment into the right direction. And you know, just to go ahead and just keep doing this, you know, just to go ahead and give you guys the nerdgasms, you know. It's not always going to be nerdy and geeky. Of course, we're going to have, you know, what you guys heard tonight. We are going to end up hearing a little bit more. And we'll also have a little bit of fun. We'll have games in the process.
Games.
Yeah, games. I say games. I didn't say gays. So keep it out of your head, Josh.
Son of a bitch.
So if you want to go ahead and end up finding Nerd Entertainment, go ahead and find Nerd Entertainment on, I might just go ahead and find it on Spreaker.
Are you gaysist?
Gaysist. I am not gaysist. Dude, I love Elton John's music, for fuck's sake.
It took me like 3.5 seconds to figure it out, but I think you're gaysist.
I'm not gaysist.
You are so gaysist.
Josh, anyways. Just go ahead and end up finding us on Spreaker. Go ahead and follow Nerd Entertainment on Spreaker. And if you want to go ahead and end up find us on Nerd Entertainment Facebook page and Nerd Entertainment on Instagram, and also Selfmade Nerd 1 on Twitter. Nerd Entertainment. That's the only way you're gonna go ahead and find us. And Nerd Entertainment 12 on YouTube.
You know, we didn't even get into the finishing touch on my topic, and you're totally skipping over.
Well, it's
your buddy, Salem Fury, didn't even have a chance to talk about anything.
What would you like to talk about, Salem?
Someone
like the loudest man in the room is the silent.
Well, it's
threat.
It's the silent ones you got to worry about.
The silent
isn't it, Josh?
threat. Yeah. Well,
the loudest one of the group is the one next to me.
We love you, Josh.
We really do.
You know, we enjoyed your talking about.
I would say Nick was more of the silent Bob this evening.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We still love you.
We enjoyed every minute of.
We'll go buy some tacos after.
Tacos sound bomb right now.
They
I don't
do.
care.
They do.
Taco Bell tacos, or you want some freaking straight up?
I don't know, but tacos do sound good.
Who's paying for tacos?
Okay.
I am.
Chris? Hey, reel it in, guys. Reel it in. All right, there's a lot of things that we talk about on our show. There's a lot of things that we would like you guys to tune into to hear about, because it's not only educational, it's not only
nerdy and
inspirational. It's nerd is just really, you want to give that label? Really?
Well, the meaning of the show is nerd, so.
But it's not just about being a nerd.
It's not being nerd.
Everybody has a geek and nerd inside them.
We're
doing
something that no one else has done. When it comes to podcasts, you usually kind of find your little niche. You kind of like focus in on one aspect of whatever. But with the Nerdgasm, you're going to get everything and anything in between. You're going to get music, you're going to get science, you're going to get television and film. You're going to get things that you didn't even know that you could nerd out about.
And speaking of nerdy things, you know what nerds like? Games. Let's talk about games. You guys know what games just dropped recently?
Would you would want to talk about games in the last minute of the assessment?
I think that'll do us well.
Well,
okay. Let's talk about one game at least that is actually, gave us a nerdgasm in a way.
Halo.
I think Halo's overrated, but
no, don't get me there.
We'll stay off that subject.
Halo? We'll go ahead and we'll try it for another one. How about that?
Go ahead.
Halo Reach.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Oh God, Duty. Call of Duty. How long has everybody been sitting on Call of Duty's dick? I mean, Call of Duty. Black Ops 3.
It's overrated. It's overrated. It's overrated.
Black Ops 3 dropped not that long ago, and I'm pretty sure more than half this fucking table probably has it at home.
Yes,
and isn't willing to admit it.
I'm too old for that shit. I go into epileptic seizures.
No, we talk about your Gamecast, bro. So
is that like the Dreamcast?
Basically, but it's Gamecast.
Dreamcast. So much.
He has no idea.
House of the Dead 2.
He has no idea.
House of the Dead 2. Damn,
this guy.
But we'll go ahead and we'll end up if you want to go ahead and you want to end up hearing more about the games. You can still end up listening to us and in the next podcast. But
Don't sound so happy.
Come on, Napoleon.
Come on, Napoleon. You gotta do this.
Or either that or you're freaking like going, thinking something still's going to come out and it ain't coming out, Josh.
There's something.
Sounds like he was imitating the aliens from Resurrection.
That's actually kind of hot. That's so hot right now.
All at once.
So
all right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's make this known.
Purple
who we are, what we're doing,
around.
and what we're about. What is our target audience? It's the nerds. It's the nerds that don't have a target, that aren't an audience. That is who we are. And we are here to educate, we are here to inspire, but at the same time, we are here just to be here.
Right.
And we do what we do. And it doesn't matter if it's music. It doesn't matter if it's science. It doesn't matter if it's...
We're just here. We're just here to anime, to make you laugh until you piss your pants.
Exactly. It could be anime. It could be books. It could be anything.
But
those are all very good. Those are all very good points.
It is.
But now, back to your main host, CeeJay Leonzo. CeeJay.
Me. Well, I would want to go ahead and go ahead and let's see how many more minutes do we have in this session, Chris?
As many as you want.
As many as we want.
Well,
okay.
That might be a mistake.
I want to go ahead. I might go ahead and be in a different voice while we go ahead and wrap this segment. Because since we didn't get to do the voices, we can go ahead and choose any voice that we want while we go ahead and go out with this with a bang. So I want to go ahead and change a different voice if you guys are up to it. Choose your voice on whatever it is you want to go out with, and let's just go ahead and deal with that voice, and let's reel it until it's done. I'm down with that.
I'm going to go ahead and go with my
We do not want to end up hearing your girly voice.
No, I'm going to go with my native.
Just wait till you get home when you put the wig and dress back on. Goodbye, horses.
This is going to end up
really
bad.
Oh, then you got Cleveland.
You're a bitch. I'm going to go ahead and go with my Matthew McConaughey. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that I find it really offensive.
I'm gonna actually do my Al Pacino voice.
I really gotta stop.
What are you doing on me, motherfucker? Straight up tell you how do I do it?
We don't got whole margaritas, but we got Riley's Brewing.
It's a little much.
We do it what you gotta do it, man. You know, and that's how I gotta say, nothing but what you gotta know.
Nick, what do you got for us? What do you got for us over there?
Nothing.
I want to get old, but I'd rather you not even age. All right.
This whole podcast has just been one big hell of a train.
It has been.
Well, we all been here doing something. So.
I don't even know why I'm sitting here anymore. I could be at home drinking a beer, boning
This
Loretta.
could have gone in so many different ways.
Well, motherfucker, we had to do what we gotta say.
But I think I'm kind of glad about doing this podcast tonight. So do you think it'll be a time that we will wrap it up and do a lot of coke and eat that salsa for breakfast?
It has.
What?
I say it's time for us to wrap it up. Let CeeJay do it.
I think we should end up on going ahead and end up doing a wrap. Am I doing a wrap up?
Who the hell is Sosa?
God damn it. I feel like there's a bunch of drunk motherfuckers in here.
Only half of us.
Thank you, Riley's.
Actually, what is so drunk?
I agree very much so.
Coming from Josh, who is
coming
drunk.
to a person
Neil.
who's holding a microphone like a dick from the last few hours.
As Neil deGrasse Tyson would say, what is drunk?
I got to get a pro. Is he
What
doing this
is
like a semi-pro, guys?
A podcast. When you
It's
come
a
into the
radio
realization that you are here, but you are not neither there.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay,
Which is
I
what
think
encompasses the fact that you guys need to shut the hell up because we were done 2 hours ago.
you're done 2 seconds ago. So let's move on and let's try to wrap this thing
Yeah,
up.
let's go ahead and we can go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys want to go ahead, and hear more nerdgasm, even though Josh is still holding it like a penis, slurp it. But we want to go ahead and tell once again, we are Nerd Entertainment. Find us on Spreaker. Go ahead and follow us. And until next time, and you guys all have a good night. I am CeeJay Leonzo.
I'm Patrick Coots.
That guy.
The drunk guy.
No.
He's
don't give me that. You will not give me that. I will not accept
Say your
that.
name and go on.
Just say goodnight, dummy.
It's over.
Wow.
It is over.
Really?
Now let it go.
You know,
Let it go.
I think Josh has
Let
some
it go.
homosexual
Come on, Josh, just go ahead and say your
tendencies
fucking
he doesn't
name.
want us all to know about. He's not riding with me. I'm just saying.
Miles.
Girl.
Miles Madigan. That is my new name. That is the one I'm going to change to. I was going to wait.
So this was Joshua Martinez.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Salem Fury. And this was Nerd Entertainment.
This is our Death Star we've created. So everybody have a good night. And
Queef Star?
thank you so much for Dirty Dowdy and Longbox.FM and Riley's Brewing for our entertainment tonight. Give you guys all props.
Well, thank you, everyone. Have a nice night. Drive safely. Don't be drunk.
And for God's
I think it's too late for us.
Thank you
good night.
so much to all of you for putting up with this train wreck of a podcast. I
Where the
swear
hell
to
did
you,
that
we will
come
try
from?
to stay on track next time.
Bullshit.
You've been listening to the Open Mic Podcast on Longbox.FM. The opinions expressed on the Open Mic Podcast aren't necessarily those of staff, management, or sponsors. The Open Mic Podcast is a presentation of Longbox.FM.